All right, here's something that we think is worth your time. And shout out to the Oregonian, Oregon Live on this one. They dug up a memo from Washington County that's giving us kind of an idea how Governor Kate Brown plans to use her clemency powers to try and make prisons safer during this pandemic. Now, the memo says that she's asking for details on which inmates the state could safely release based on things like their crimes, what's left on their sentences, and so on. She's also gathering some info on inmates' ages and how many are medically high risk. She is getting some pushback here. The Oregon District Attorneys Association said in a statement, doing this discounts the safety and security of victims who trusted in a sentence handed down by the court. Now, the point of letting inmates out early is to bring down the prison population, enough so that the people still inside can maintain a proper social distance from one another. But nobody is walking free just yet. As a matter of fact, Maggie Vespa learned hundreds of inmates are being told their release dates have been pushed back, keeping them in prison longer.
You know, I worked super freaking hard for that.
Cristina Cobb called me from Coffee Creek Correctional Facility, Oregon's only women's prison, and the same one where KGW spent a year profiling Mercy Corps Northwest's LIFE program. Cobb is there on 2 counts of robbery. She participated in a different program called Turning Point. It's focused on addiction recovery, and those who complete it typically qualify for an early release date. For months, Cobb's has been set for May 18th. Then came the pandemic.
And I was 4 months into the 6-month program when they came and pulled the plug on us.
Officials say they pulled the plug because they had to. The Department of Corrections banned visitors, including volunteers and instructors, to try and keep COVID-19 out of Oregon's prisons. Cobb has no problem with that, but because she's unable to finish that program, her release date has been rescheduled. It's now set for the end of August. She'll miss her son's 16th birthday.
You know, when you've been in there and you're really working hard, and I was so close I could taste it.
Her story comes amid calls for Governor Kate Brown to grant inmates clemency and bring the prison population down. Cobb sees this delay of release dates as ironic.
There's a lot of us in this position.
So KGW took that comment to the Department of Corrections and to Governor Brown's office to ask how many inmates are in Cobb's position where they signed up for Turning Point or for a similar program, which was then canceled, pushing their release date back. The answer? 217 inmates at 3 different prisons: Columbia River Correctional Institute, Powder River Correctional Facility, and Coffee Creek Correctional Facility.
This is a problem.
Baban Singh runs the Oregon Justice Resource Center. This week, they, on behalf of a group of inmates, sued Governor Brown and the Department of Corrections for not doing enough to keep COVID-19 out of prisons. He called this delay in release dates extremely unfortunate.
I mean, these are impacting people's lives. They're being put in a situation that is vulnerable.
Singh adds he believes the DOC is working to fix this and let people out earlier as planned. So we took that point to the Department of Corrections too, and a spokesperson actually told us that they want to get the instructors back into the prisons for these programs as soon as possible. But until they do, these delayed release dates stand because inmates haven't completed the programs. It's worth noting 5 DOC staff members and 3 inmates have tested positive at this point for COVID-19 in Oregon. Dan?